Yeah, and he's done that in my eyes, at least, all season long. I mean, he's a guy that we know we can put him on whoever, and he's not going to shut him down. He's not going to hold him to 0 points, but he's going to make him work. He's going to make him feel him, and that's what I want. I just want, if you go out there with the proper disposition defensively, you give yourself a chance, and Christian does that every single night, and that's why I'm a huge fan of his, and I played him as many minutes as I played him and have been playing him because I like it when he's on the court.
These two games without Aaron, what makes you go Zeke against Detroit and then smaller with the starting lineup?
Just their matchups. I mean, you had Tobias Harris in Detroit, and you had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum tonight. Just matchups.
Coach, you go 2-2 on the trip. How would you evaluate? Please start you with the trip. What's your assessment of the 2-2 record?
My assessment would be we went 500, and
Is that good?
it's not good enough for who we want to be. And I think a lot of people probably going into this game were like, well, you know what? No matter what happens today, 4-game road trip, really good teams playing at a high level. 2-2 is pretty good. I don't subscribe to that notion. I want to win every game. I'm a greedy, selfish, and I admit it. So I wish we would have won today. But I will say, Chris, is that I know we lost today, but I'm proud of our group. I like their fight. I like their. We're not going to quit. We're going to play this thing all the way to the end. And I think that's your buzzer to take your medicine. So.
Take a pill.
You mentioned Christian not being afraid to shoot those open threes. Obviously, they let him and Russ fire away from the corners. I know you guys have seen that some. Are you happy with the looks those guys got? Is it just a matter of them continuing to be aggressive and pull the trigger when they get open looks like that?
Yeah, and it's such a delicate balance because we've seen it all year long. I mean, again, we narrowed the gap in the second half, the 3-point differential, but at halftime it was 18 points, I believe. And, we don't take a lot. We usually shoot a really good percentage. And teams game plan, they're going to let guys like Christian and Russ and whoever else shoot the ball to try to stay home and crowd the paint for a Nikola and a Jamal and a Michael. So the delicate balance is in the fact that, hey, you're open, you're wide open. We want you to step in and shoot it with confidence. But there also comes a point in time when, hey, we only shot 13 free throw attempts. We also have to find a way to play with an attack mindset, attack the rim, create a drive and kick three, get to the free throw line, generate more free throw attempts. That's one stat that I've really noticed from October all the way through now we're in March, that our free throw attempts have just gone downhill. We were top 5 all season long, and the last month and a half, we're bottom 5. So we have to find a way to balance that out. Shoot open threes, but also maintain our aggression. But I thought we got tremendous looks tonight. And, I thought all of our guys played extremely hard and left it all on the floor. And that's why I walk out of here, not happy because we lost, but feeling really good about our group.
Is there anything you describe that to, the drop in free throw rate for you guys?
I
You guys have played, the way you guys have played right now?
No, I mean, because we're still, leading the league in fast break. And tonight we only had 10, only 2 at halftime. But we're still leading the league in paint points, fast break points. So I'm not really sure what it is, why the drop has been such a pronounced drop. But you're down 20 early in the third quarter, and with a minute 15 or so to go, it's a 3-point game. Could not be more proud of the guys in terms of just fighting, competing, giving forth the effort. In the second half, I just felt we were just a lot more disciplined, a lot more engaged, a lot more aggressive. Jamal got going. I think we only gave up 4 threes in the second half. So a lot of good things, but obviously the free throws, 27 for them. We got to do a better job of defending without fouling. And down the stretch, I thought we just had some costly turnovers where we didn't get a shot off. And, that could have maybe changed the outcome. But you're never looking for moral victories. But I just liked – I walk out in this arena today. I feel really good about our group, and hopefully we can go home, get healthy, and protect our home court for our next game against SAC.
They were going after Jamal in isolation and post up for a lot of the game. You mentioned him getting going offensively in the second half, but do you feel like he was able to kind of handle that and size up to it better throughout the game too?
Yeah, I think for any player, you never want to be that guy that teams are targeting. You got to almost take that as a sign of disrespect and do whatever you can to stop that in its tracks. And I felt Jamal in the second half, and we as a team in the second half, we were much more physical. We were much more resolute on that end of the floor, and I love seeing that. They're going to score. They got some really good players, defending champs for a reason, but to hold them to 103 points, it was a good effort. We just got to clean some things up, which will hopefully enable us to win some of these close games against the best teams in the East.
Was Julian Vigri, was it a knee or just a thigh kind of thing?
I think I'm not really sure. I asked him as he's coming off. I was just happy that it wasn't anything serious. That was my first fear, was that it was going to be one of those scary injuries. But I think it was more his knee, but I haven't gotten really much clarification on that. But I don't think it's anything that we have to worry about moving forward.
Christian struggled a bit from three, but he had a big one late, but he seemed to be both ends all over the floor for you guys.
When I rested him for 1 minute and 12 seconds. That's 36 seconds a half, if my math is correct. I asked CB to do so much, probably unfair. But what I love about him, Scott, is that he wants it. Like he said, Coach, man, play me all 48. He loves the challenge. And think about it. I mean, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the two of the best players in the league. Physical, aggressive, one-on-one. Can you keep them in front? And it's hard to do as an individual. You got to have help behind you. But to do it, as you know, you have to have the mindset of, man, I'm ready for this challenge. I embrace it. You might beat me one time, but I'm coming back at you the next time. And CB does that. 24 points, 4 steals, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. And to your point, it didn't allow missed threes to dissuade him from taking and making a really big one down the stretch.